Oh, what?
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I didn't feel anything, but what did I do? All right, so we're headed back over to the garage today. We're gonna be working on the conduits on the ceiling yet again. Didn't think I was gonna get to it right away. We worked on it previously last weekend, and we're already getting back to it this weekend, so pretty good. Let's hopefully get some good progress, but let's get into it. All right, so we're in the garage now. We have got the conduit done on this side. If you haven't seen that video, go check that out first. We're making progress on this from last week in that video. The shelf needs to come down, and then we'll have to work on the conduit on this side. It's gonna be a little bit difficult working with all this stuff in the way, but we're gonna have to figure it out because we're not gonna clear everything out to do this, but let's get into it. All right, so we got the first box mounted up here. Nice and easy. 24 feet from front to back of the garage, so we just split it into thirds because we're gonna have two of those boxes. So one there and one here. Should be good. So getting that one up, we just gotta cut the conduit, get this one up too. Always a good idea to just deburr all your ends on your conduits, especially when you make a cut, just so that when you're pulling the wire, you don't end up cutting the wire or splicing it or whatever. So always a good idea. I wanted it.
It's a little crooked, isn't it?
Is it? Get out of here, Mom.
Probably.
Sorry, I didn't even look at it. I just.
Neither have we.
Well, but sometimes you do need somebody to just like stand back and be like, oh God. Like you could run all the math, all the numbers, and then you look back and you're like, no, that's horrible.
Exactly, you know.
Or it's always like you get a level out, but the house isn't level.
Yeah.
And you're trying
It's
to
like what you built is perfectly level, nice, good, but it's
But
like
if the rest of the house isn't.
yeah, and at some point you just have to give up and be like, I'm gonna build it square to the house.
Got the magnet, find the next stud over, about 8 feet across. I think we're what, like 8'1", 8'2" maybe?
Yeah.
I mean, it's close, so sweet. Get another box up, another straight line, and that should be good. Sure enough, sweet. Run it. It lined up. We're doing good. Oh, Lord. All right, so conduit is made pretty much all the way around the garage on both sides and the one running down the center. So that is all looking good. All the way to that junction box here. You can see here we got our drop to go do the other side of the garage when we get to that point. But it's coming along pretty good today. By the end of the day, our plan is to have the switches ready for all of these lights, so these lights will be able to turn on and off with the switch inside the house, just past the garage door there. So it's looking good. All right, so we're back to it. As you can see here, we got the ground cables run to the box and then through the conduit to the next box. So every in between each junction box that we have here, we're gonna have to do that exact same thing. So we're gonna get to that, and then we should be able to pull some power cables. So let's get to it. All right, we're fishing power cable. Let's go.
Okay. Just connecting all the wires. You always hook your grounds up first, then you do your neutrals, the white wires. Get those connected. And then always twist them as much as I can. And then you do your hots last. Make sure they're all about the same length. And then keep twisting until the wire knot's about good, and the wires will start turning. And then try and, because there's going to be more stuff in this junction box, it'll be good to kind of push everything way up and get it as much out of the way as possible for the future power for circuits and stuff like that. There's also a little tag in there for the switched, because this is a switch circuit operating the lights, so it's better to mark the wires. So now we got our wires down here. We got our two 14 gauge wires for the switched circuit. Just gonna trim this up, make it look nice and neat. It's 14 gauge for the switch circuit, and then these two 12 gauge wires are going to be for the outlet on this side. That is the constant power, 20 amps, always on. And then we got our green wire for ground that comes down and then grounds these two outlets. So let me make up the face plate and we'll get some plugs put in.
All right, so we got all the power cords from the switched circuit into the conduit to run to the end of this. Then we have a pigtail. So these come with connectors so you can daisy chain the lights. This just plugs into the light. And we cut that in half so we can have a daisy chain, not a daisy chain, we can have a pigtail that runs to that junction box to connect to that circuit, so that these three lights on this side are connected to where that light used to be. And then we'll do the same thing on this side, but we're running this pigtail right now. But getting that going, and then once we plug these into those power cables that are already run, those are on switch circuit, and that will work. So pigtail there, pigtail over there, and we have lights working on a switch. That's super exciting. We'll be able to show that here in a minute. We're so close. I just want to get this plugged in, and we're good to go. It's gonna be so sweet to just flip a switch and have these new lights go on. Gosh. Did I crimp this backwards actually? Which direction do you put the crimp in? Or does it? No, it does matter. Do you put the metal end out this side?
Yes, so I always put the eye out that side.
Yeah, so I messed up. I kind of figured once I crimped it, I'm like, wait, that crimps more. You're supposed to crimp the wire more than the casing.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Oh, what?
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I didn't feel anything, but what did I do? I just cut the green wire.
Tripped a breaker.
Okay, well, the breaker, it's probably just the, I heard it click, so it's probably just the GFCI right there, by the hose, yeah.
But how the hell is that?
What did I do? That doesn't make sense at all.
No.
Wait. This is plugged in. That's plugged in. If I touch the ground and the hot.
Yeah, but the switch is off over here. Yeah, the switch is off. I mean, it wasn't unplugged, but...
I could have cut the ground and touched one of these, is what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Okay. Well, at least the GFCI works.
One conduit run here. One conduit run there. One down the center. We got these lights set up. We got all the lights on, or all the lights set up. They're not on. They should work with the switch. We got these lights. We'll have to figure out those later. But when we turn on the switch, we should have all three of these lights on the side come on. These three lights come on. And those three lights come on with the flick of the switch. So let's do that now. This is it. Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
The sun's in your
Oh, baby. We got lights on.
5,000.
It works.
It's 5K.
Oh, baby. That's amazing. Sure enough, we got the three lights here, and the three lights there. All on the switch. I love it. It works. Sweet. Look at it. Woo, let's have a dance party. That's awesome. Wally, heck yeah. We got it to work. That feels good.
Yeah. It's very nice.
I love it. I love it. All right, so we were up late finishing everything, so we didn't end up cleaning up anything, so we still got a little bit to do here. But I appreciate you for watching. We'll have some more progress in the future, but all the conduits run, and we're excited about that. So hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you in the next one.